Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 7th of July 2025 and from Blockchain DXB guys we have quite a lot of interesting partnership. The first one is regarding Mana and they are essentially your gateway to crypto investing in the region and look so far as Mana is concerned, by using their platform you can get access to over 450 cryptocurrencies. So in the show notes below guys, please go ahead and check out the details regarding Mana. And along with that guys, Blockchain DXB looks like it is moving to United States of America because there is a massive event taking place on the 5th and 6th of November. And this event guys is called as Blockchain Futurist Conference. And the event organizers guys, they've been in this space going back to 2013. So in the show notes below, you'll definitely go ahead and get more information regarding them. Now if you do want to go ahead and support this channel guys, definitely go ahead and download the Mana app. And also go ahead and book your ticket for Blockchain Futurist Conference event. Now I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding these partnership, but let's take a deep dive as to what is going on in the cryptocurrency world, because since the last 24 hours guys, there is not much action going on particularly in the world of cryptocurrencies. But so far as Bitcoin is concerned, despite the prices going up, the Bitcoin mempool has actually gone down by 90%. So what that essentially means is people are just not using Bitcoin to make any transaction. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and share some numbers regarding the mempool. Now at a basic level, what mempool means is, let's say person 1 is sending Bitcoin to person 2. The moment he or she go ahead and sends the transaction guys, it goes to a basket called as mempool, and this mempool has certain number of transactions, but looks like in this mempool or basket, the number of transactions has actually gone down by 90%. Now because the prices are pumping up guys, this is a very bullish indication because it actually means that people don't want to go ahead and sell their Bitcoin, isn't it? But what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what is the approach retail industry is having regarding Bitcoin and what is the institutional shift and adoption regarding Bitcoin. Now so far as US politics is concerned guys, President Donald Trump and his administration definitely wants to go ahead and make Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies great again, isn't it? And the week commencing 14th of July guys, the US House of Representatives will be having Crypto Week and they will be focusing on 3 major bills. The first one is the Clarity Act. The second one is a really interesting one, and that is to do with Anti-Central Bank Digital Currency Surveillance State Act. And look guys, if you're in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you should definitely be liking this news, because so far central bank digital currencies are concerned, they are more of a surveillance tool, isn't it? So it is good that President Donald Trump and his administration definitely want to go ahead and abolish it. Now the third bill that we're going to be discussing is to do with Genius Act, and this is more connected to Stablecoin, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base what this news is all about. Now the next news guys is again connected to Stablecoin, but there are 2 giant companies involved in it, and Minna Bank from Japan, they have partnered with Fireblocks, and looks like they want to aggressively go ahead and study Stablecoin. Now needless to say, when you talk about stablecoins guys, they are the driving force of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency transactions, isn't it? And stablecoin volume usually accounts for 85%, 90%, certain cases even 95% of the total cryptocurrency transaction. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now the final news guys is a bit of an interesting one. And what happened is that one of the Bitcoin whales did actually move 80,000 Bitcoin. Now initially when this news was announced, it did actually create some panic. And Arkham Intelligence was the one who identified this transaction. But later on guys, they found out that this particular address does not want to go ahead and sell these transactions. Rather it is more likely an address upgrade. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date series, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is definitely filled with a lot of drama, because what happened is that the Ton Foundation, they did actually announce a UAE golden visa that is connected to Ton coin, but there is a really interesting update to this guys. And the UAE government authorities, particularly Dubai's VAR, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, Security Commodities Authority, as well as the Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Custom and Port Security did actually mention that this news is definitely not legitimate and no golden visa for digital currency investors in UAE is authorized. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what this drama is all about. Now what makes this news really interesting is because this particular news was officially announced by Ton Foundation CEO. And Toncoin, as you know, is connected to Telegram, isn't it? And CZ did actually question this move. And in reply to that, Pavel Doro, who's the CEO of Telegram guys, did actually confirm that this news is legitimate. But looks like this news is not authorized by the UAE government. So we'll definitely go ahead and explain what this drama is all about. Now the second news guys is connected to the world of tokenization. And Abu Dhabi Security Exchange guys, they are partnered with 2 banks that is HSBC and First Abu Dhabi Bank, and they want to launch Minna's first digital bond. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Because if I'm not mistaken, guys, going back to 2017, Emirates NBD did successfully issue share certificates on Ethereum blockchain, but because of the complexities and blockchain trilemma problem, I really am not sure what the future of that particular project is. But regarding this news, guys, looks like it'll be the first DLT-based digital native bond to be listed in the MENA region, so definitely positive news, I guess. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kick start with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Mana. And Mana, guys, they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. And whether you're looking to invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or even manage giants like ADNOC, Mana puts global market at your fingertips. And they also include gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, future commodities, and guess what, guys? There are over 450 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. So listen, guys, if you want to go out and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, go out and explore their pre-built auto investment plan. And what you can do is just set your monthly budget and then choose your preferred asset categories and let Mana automate the investing for you. And here's the best thing, they have zero fees, zero lockups, and 100% customizable. And what makes Mana is really beautiful is funding your account is easier than ever. So what you can do is, guys, you can now send crypto deposits directly from your wallets into a Mana account. That means there is no friction and no hassle, isn't it? Now let's say if you're stuck and if you do need support, you would absolutely love Mana because they offer 24/6 human customer service as well as personalized sales support. And these are real people offering real help. And here's something exclusive only for our listeners. Because you're part of the blockchain DXB journey and community, guys, what you can do is you can register using the code blockchain DXB, and the link to it is in the show notes below. Once you fund your account with a minimum of $100 and make at least one trade, you will receive a $100 trading bonus credited to your account the following month. So look, guys, Mana is absolutely transparent, powerful and easy app. So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to the show notes below and download the app, that is Mana, and use the code blockchain DXB, and the link to the code is in the show notes below as well. So go ahead and enjoy your journey with Mana. They are on all markets, one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, advanced media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform. Check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, since the last 24 hours, guys, the ETF inflows have definitely pumped up, and right now it is at $750.3 million. Now, what makes this really interesting is because I'm looking at this number in the early hours of the buy, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries, so I wouldn't be surprised in the next 24 hours if this volume does actually go above the $1 billion mark. Now, that news will directly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but look, guys, when you talk about Bitcoin Mempool, This is exactly one of the metrics we should be looking at, cause look, what has been happening is looks like people are buying a lot of Bitcoin and based on the matrix looks like a lot of large chunks are being bought rather than smaller amounts of Bitcoin cause if smaller amounts of Bitcoin were purchased, then there would be a lot of transactions and the mempool would have been pumping up, isn't it? But looks like that is not what we're experiencing. Now the good thing guys is that the dominance of Bitcoin is definitely pumped up and today it is at 63.04%. Whereas Ethereum's dominance has pumped up as well, and it is at 9.02%. Now, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, it is actually up by 1.6%, and the global cryptocurrency market stands at $3.46 trillion. Now, the total cryptocurrency market volume is only at $69 billion. Now, I'm not too content with this. Considering the fact that this is a Monday, I'm kind of okay with these numbers. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Since the last 24 hours, the total cryptocurrency market is actually pumped up by almost 14%, but unfortunately the volume in decentralized exchanges isn't looking that great, and the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchange is only at $10.36 billion. Now via DeFiLlama.com guys, there's a new matrix that they have added regarding decentralized exchanges, and this is to do with the fees that is collected since the last 24 hours. Now the total fees collected on decentralized exchange is $87.34 million. So look guys, if you look at it from a percentage point of view, $10.36 billion were transacted, and if you look at the percentage of fees, it is less than 1%, it is only at 0.84%. These are absolutely crazy numbers, isn't it? Now imagine guys, if $10.36 billion were done on a centralized exchange, I'm pretty much sure the fees would be roughly around 2 to 3%, isn't it? Now one matrix guys which I'm definitely keeping an eye on, that is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today the percentage is 34.39%. But look guys, I cannot stress this enough. There is a very high possibility out of this 34.39%, centralized exchanges may be accounting for 20%, maybe even 25%, isn't it? Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, cause PancakeSwap is still leading the pack, and its 24-hour volume is $4.84 billion, whereas Uniswap is at number 2nd, and its 24-hour volume is $1.26 billion. Radium guys is at number 3rd, but its 24-hour volume is below the $1 billion mark. It is at $818.46 million. Meteor gas is at number 4th, and its 24-hour volume is $449.97 million. QuickSwap is at number 5th with a volume of $403.43 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stablecoins. Now for early hours in Dubai, this number isn't that bad, but I'd like to see this number maybe 10% or maybe 20 or 30% much higher than what it is right now. Because if you look at the USDT's 24-hour trading volume guys, today it is at $52.61 billion, whereas Circle USDC is $5.57 billion, and FDUSD's 24-hour volume is $3.44 billion. Now let's quickly run through the market cap as well as the 24-hour trading volume. And Bitcoin's market cap guys looks like it is definitely pumped up, and today it is at $2.17 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is at $311 billion. Now the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin is $38.65 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $14.30 billion. Now look guys, at a geopolitical level, things are relatively calm, and I don't see any macro level factors impacting the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, at least in a negative way. So look guys, I wouldn't be surprised, let's say Tuesday and Wednesdays, these numbers will drastically be changing. Now what I want to do next in today's episode is, I want to look at the NFT marketplaces, but what I'm looking at is the market share of these protocols, and it's no surprise that OpenSea is leading the pack, and OpenSea guys accounts for 73.81%. Now interestingly, Blur is at number 2nd and it accounts for 19.40%. Now little over 18 months ago guys, Blur was dominating the NFT marketplace, particularly so far as market share is concerned, but now looks like OpenSea has picked up a lot of pace. But I'm really curious to check what are the transactions taking place in these platforms, cause look guys, right now the narrative regarding NFTs has completely died down, isn't it? And since the last 6 months, to be completely honest, even in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I've hardly covered any news regarding NFTs. And right now the narrative is regarding tokenization and stablecoins. Let's see how long the narrative regarding tokenization continues. Now going back to market share, Blur aggregators at number 3rd, and it accounts for only 5.40%. Super Rare Gas is at number 4th, and it accounts for 0.76%, whereas Foundation is at number 5th at 0.19%. Now regarding NFTs guys, you can only make an argument that NFTs is also part of tokenization, isn't it? Let's see if the numbers regarding tokenization pumps up, then we might see an increase in NFT market numbers as well. Now regarding tokenization, real world assets or RWA is the next big hype, and if you look at the total value log guys, for almost 2 months the number has been relatively consistent, and the total value locked connected to real world assets is $12.86 billion. Now let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now the price of Bitcoin is $109,471, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is actually up by 1.27%, but since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 0.90%. Ethereum is at $2,576, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 2.53%, and since the last 7 days, looks like Ethereum has pumped up a lot. It is actually up by 3.09%. Ripple XRP is at $2.27, and since the last 24 hours, guys, Ripple is up by 2.72%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.40%. But via CoinMarketCap, guys, early in the day when I was looking at Toncoin, it was actually up by well over 10% since the last 24 hours. But looks like that news has been debunked, and I'm pretty much sure the prices of Toncoin will actually go down. Now regarding that news, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on it. But let me go ahead and talk about a really interesting matrix, guys, and this is connected to mempools. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, guys, think of mempool as a basket. So let's say person 1 sends Bitcoin to person 2, it goes to a basket called as mempool, and miners pick these transactions based on the transaction fees. Now unfortunately, guys, the mempool numbers have been collapsing drastically. As a matter of fact, the mempool size has dropped by well over 90% from recent highs. Now just to give you a comparison, guys, these mempool have a size as well, and right now the current size is only 0.48 MB, and think of these transactions in a basket. Now just to give you some comparison, guys, if you were to look at the unconfirmed transaction for the 5th and 6th of July, the unconfirmed transactions were somewhere between 5 to 15,000. But let's say if you take the same matrix going back to 2024, the unconfirmed transactions was hovering around the 150,000. So clearly looks like people are not making transactions in Bitcoin, and there could be different reasons for this, guys. When you talk about retail adoption, a lot of retailers prefer to use stablecoins rather than using Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, isn't it? And that is one of the reasons why, guys, I do feel that retail may have existed from the Bitcoin world. But at the same time, guys, when you talk about institutional adoption, because of a lot of ETFs, most of the Bitcoin flow is now actually taking place on off-chain. And the volume of these off-chain transactions, guys, is now almost 7 or 16 times of what it is on-chain. These are really dreadful numbers, isn't it? Now, the other reason I can think of why the mempool transactions have actually gone down is because over 90% of the wallet uses SegWit or segregated witness, and what that does is they use something called as batching, and they batch all of these transactions and put it together. Because of that, the transaction appears to be less, isn't it? And there are also multiple output transactions, guys, and because of that, the mempool transactions have actually gone down. And look, guys, when you talk about meme coins in the Bitcoin network, they have drastically faded down as well, isn't it? So it looks like people are definitely not focusing on meme coins, particularly in the Bitcoin network. So look, guys, when we talk about mempool transactions being low, it is the Bitcoin mining industries that suffers the most, isn't it? But the good thing, guys, is because the prices are pumping up, you could also make an assessment that people just don't want to go out and sell their Bitcoin. They are thinking of long-term HODL mentality, isn't it? At least that is what I would assume what people are doing as an industry. And here's the thing, guys, because the mining industry suffered a lot of mining operations are being shut down. And last week I also talked about the Bitcoin mining difficulty going down as well, isn't it? But look, guys, if you look at the finer details, I do think Bitcoin is doing absolutely phenomenal. And according to me, guys, these are metrics you should definitely be taking it in a positive way. And these are definitely bullish indications in my honest opinion. Now the other bullish indication, particularly so far as cryptocurrency is concerned, will probably take place on the week commencing 14th of July, because the US House of Representatives, guys, they have designated the week of 14th July as Crypto Week, and during that week they will consider 3 major bills. The first one is Clarity Act, the second and probably the most important one is the Anti-Central Bank Digital Currency Surveillance State Act, and the third one is Genius Act. And look, guys, looks like President Donald Trump's promises were kept, because when he was at the Bitcoin Nashville event, guys, he did actually state that he'll completely ban central bank digital currencies. And the very first day he took office, he did actually sign executive orders confirming the ban of central bank digital currencies. Now regarding the Crypto Week, it will be led by Chairman French Hill, who is from the Financial Services, and G.T. Thomas, who I believe is from the Agricultural Department. But what makes this Crypto Week is really interesting is that Speaker Mike Johnson as well as Majority Leader Steve Scalise will also be there. And along with them, Tom Emmer, guys, will be present at the event. And Tom Emmer is a massive fan of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, rather than looking at mainstream media who completely bash the Trump administration now, go to the US House of Representatives website and get the information from first source, cause look, the legislation that they want to have aims to provide clear regulations for stablecoins. They want to establish a regulatory framework for digital assets, and as I mentioned earlier guys, the Trump administration and the Republicans, they want to go out and block any central bank digital currency initiatives, which according to me is absolutely genius move. And Senator Tim Scott, Bill Agati, Cynthia Lummis and John Boozman has praised the efforts, and they are calling this crypto week a historic step for American innovation, privacy and blockchain leadership as well. Now what makes that crypto week really interesting is because that is a week when the CPI numbers and inflation data will be out, and last week as well the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it was actually announced that the United States of America did have a rapid growth of 140,000 jobs. So look, things are definitely looking great for the US economy under Trump's leadership, and with tariffs kicking in, there is well over $10 trillion invested in the United States of America, and when the US economy is flourishing guys, it does have a positive and domino effect on the other countries, isn't it? And that is precisely the reason why I do think people don't want to go out and sell the Bitcoin, and they want to go out and hodl it, which directly correlates to the mempool size as well, isn't it? So things are definitely making sense if you look at it from a macro level, but you also need to look at the finer details as well. Now let's go ahead and discuss some interesting news in the world of stablecoins. And look guys, tokenization along with stablecoins is a new narrative. And Japan's Minna Bank guys, they are the country's first digital-only bank, and they are a subsidiary of Wakaka Financial Group, and they are partnering with Fireblocks as well as Solana Japan team, and they want to explore stablecoins in Web3 wallet use cases. Now this study will assess the issuance of stablecoins on Solana blockchain, and they will evaluate applications in cross-border payments, asset trading and daily transactions as well, and looks like they want to examine how Web3 wallets could actually improve user experience. Definitely interesting news, isn't it? And when you talk about Fireblocks guys, they are an absolute giant in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space, isn't it? Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss a really mysterious and interesting news, and this is connected to a long dormant Bitcoin whale who did actually move 80,000 Bitcoin, which is worth approximately $8.6 billion. Now the reason why this thing gets interesting is because this particular move did actually take place after 14 years of inactivity, and according to Arkham Intelligence guys, this massive stash of Bitcoin was transferred in 10,000 Bitcoin batches, and all of the funds were moved exactly at 11 AM Eastern Time, and blockchain analysts noted that the coins originated going back to 2011, and they often call as coinbase transactions, meaning they were mining reward from newly created blocks. And if you look at the wallet guys, it does actually date back to 2011, and the crazy thing is these coins were acquired for under $3.50 per Bitcoin, so imagine the amount of profit guys, $3.50 or 1 Bitcoin, and right now today the price of Bitcoin is $109,000. Now in the show notes below guys, you can actually go ahead and verify all of these transactions, and the ability to go ahead and verify any Bitcoin or cryptocurrency transactions is probably one of the most important pillars of Bitcoin and open blockchain, isn't it? Now when you talk about central bank digital currencies, unfortunately people can't go ahead and verify it. It is often the consortium, the government authorities, or selected individuals who can go ahead and verify these transactions. So I often tell my clients guys is, the ability to publicly verify Bitcoin transactions is definitely one of the most important pillars of Bitcoin and open blockchain, isn't it? Now regarding this transaction guys, Arkham Intelligence did actually mention via Twitter X that the $8 billion worth of Bitcoin is more likely an address upgrade, and looks like there is no signs of selling, cause look guys, if 80,000 Bitcoins are dumped, it will definitely create a bit of panic and the prices of Bitcoin will actually go down, isn't it? Cause last year around in July, the German government decided to dump a lot of the Bitcoin, and the prices were drastically going down one day after another. But it looks like that is not the case regarding this Bitcoin whale, and there is a very high possibility it is connected to an institution or maybe even a centralized exchange. So these were some macro level news guys on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's go ahead and discuss some interesting drama, particularly from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And unfortunately guys, there was incorrect information that was circulating via LinkedIn as well as social media, and a lot of mainstream media were actually covering it as well. And what happened guys, this Town Foundation did actually announce that you could unlock your 10-year UAE golden visa with Toncoin, and in order to secure a 10-year golden visa, there needs to be a one-time payment of $35,000, and that $35,000 guys is a processing fee. But you also need to stake in $100,000 in Ton for 3 years, and by staking it you will be able to retain full control of your crypto. Now oddly enough guys, I'm looking at the Ton website and that particular news is still showing right now, but the authorities who are involved in this, they're definitely denying this news. And in the show notes below guys, there is an official document by Emirates News Agency, which is the official government channel, that there is absolutely no golden visa for digital currency investors in the United Arab Emirates, and the Security Commodity Authority as well as Dubai's VAR has confirmed that there will be no golden visa for digital currencies. And the main message essentially is that UAE does not grant golden visas to digital currency investors. And official news regarding golden visas is only based on official frameworks and categories, and the eligible categories include real estate investors, entrepreneurs, scientists, exceptional talents, top students, humanitarian pioneers, as well as frontline workers. And the Security Commodity Authority, guys, they have emphasized transparency, credibility, and adherence to global standards. And look, as the UAE aims to attract quality capital and build a sustainable investment climate, isn't it? So news such as this is definitely not looking good for Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And regarding digital asset regulations, guys, crypto investments are under a separate regulatory framework. And in Dubai, you have Dubai's VARA. In Abu Dhabi, you have ADGM, that is Abu Dhabi Global Market. And in Ras Al Khaimah, you have RAG Towers in it. And regarding this news regarding TonCon, guys, the official news by the government does actually states that digital asset regulations have no connection to golden visa eligibility, and authorities are warning against false online advertisements and claim. Now, what is really crazy is, I'm looking at this website right now, and at the Town Foundation website, it is still showing the same. So definitely sad news, isn't it? And there's also a press release by Dubai's VARA, guys, and they have actually clarified that the company Ton, that is the Town Foundation, is neither licensed nor regulated by Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. So definitely unfortunate news, particularly in the cryptocurrency space. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, if you do need any official information regarding this, go to the Emirates News Agency website, and the website is www.wam.ae. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, guys, what makes this news so bizarre and strange is that the CEO of the Town Foundation, he did actually publish this news, and CZ did actually question the legitimacy to this. And the CEO of Telegram, that is Pavel Durov, he reshared the post via X. So it looks like a lot of drama currently is going on in the world of Toncoin. Now initially when this news was announced, the Toncoin did actually pump up by well over 10%. But now I'm looking at it, guys, and the Toncoin is on a downtrend, and it is down by well over 6%. So look, guys, when you talk about blockchain technology or so-called distributed or decentralized world, we need to always be aware of these things, isn't it? And I cannot stress this enough, guys. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Now look, guys, if you do have any questions regarding this or any other thing, you can always drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's go and discuss another news, and this is connected to Minna's first digital bond. And the news essentially is that Abu Dhabi Security Exchange, also called as ADX, they are partnered with HSBC and First Abu Dhabi Bank. It looks like they will be launching Minna's first blockchain-based digital bond. And so far as this bond is concerned, guys, it will be issued by First Abu Dhabi Bank, and it will be listed on Abu Dhabi Security Exchange, also called as ADX. And so far as HSBC's platform is concerned, guys, they have a platform called as Orion, and HSBC's Orion powers the issuance, marking a major milestone in tokenized finance. But here's the interesting thing, guys, it will be listed on Abu Dhabi Security Exchange's first distributed ledger technology. So it is technically not a blockchain technology as such, isn't it? But nonetheless, guys, so far as this news is concerned, it does align with Abu Dhabi's digital transformation agenda and financial market modernization. And so far as HSBC is concerned, guys, they acted as the sole global coordinator, lead manager, and book runner. Now, regarding this digital bond, it is accessible globally via CMU, Euroclear, Clearstream, or even directly through HSBC Orion. Now, these transactions demonstrate interoperability with traditional post-trade infrastructure, isn't it? But look, guys, based on my understanding, it is more of a consortium, isn't it? As opposed to, let's say, working on an open blockchain. But nonetheless, guys, regarding this digital bond, it does improve settlement cycles, security and operational efficiency as well, isn't it? And this initiative does support Abu Dhabi Security Exchange's broader ambition to introduce innovative financial instruments including green bonds, sukuk, as well as real estate-linked products. And First Abu Dhabi Bank's involvement, guys, underlines a commitment to digital innovation and regulatory alignment, and the bond integrates tokenization with existing legal and compliance frameworks. And this particular launch reaffirms Abu Dhabi Security Exchange's leadership in regional capital market innovation, and this issuance supports the UAE's vision of a diversified, track-driven economy. And the deal, guys, highlights First Abu Dhabi Bank's role in transforming traditional settlements into seamless digital workflows. And so far as HSBC is concerned, their role brings global tokenization experience to the region, advancing adoption in the MENA region, and the digital bond's compatibility with global settlement standards ensures institutional trust. And so far as this news is concerned, guys, I very strongly feel it is seen as a cornerstone for future blockchain-based financial products in the UAE and beyond. So definitely brilliant news, isn't it? So these were some newscasts on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question about Ralston who asks, do you think the whole Toncoin drama with Golden Visa could actually cause a legal trouble? This to be Ralston is such an important question, and the moment I actually read this news, I did actually think of exactly the same thing, cause look, when the announcement was made, the Sea of Ton Foundation, he did actually mention via X, and because of that the prices did actually pump up, isn't it? And what makes it really interesting is, the Sea of Telegram, that is Pavel Durov, he did actually repost something similar, and only because of those news the prices did actually pump up. And if you actually go to the website, it clearly states that you can actually go ahead and get your Golden Visa. So based on my understanding, the message is absolutely clear. Now look, Ralston, so far as United Arab Emirates is concerned, news such as this definitely puts a very negative and bad name, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure the authorities will definitely be taking these things very seriously. But unfortunately, because of this whole drama, it is the normal people who might have bought these coins who will be suffering for it. And as I mentioned earlier as well, the prices right now is actually down by well over 6%. Now to answer your question, Ralston, I do think it will definitely create a lot of legal issues, because based on my understanding, this case is black and white. Looks like it is clearly a pump and dump. The only thing I can think of is, let's say there are finer details which they have not mentioned, and there might be still possibility to go ahead and get a Golden Visa, then I think so the Sea of Ton Foundation might actually be safe. Now I'm not sure if we can actually state that his X account was hacked, because I'm looking at the official Ton website, and it still says that you can go ahead and stake $100,000 worth of Ton, and then you'll be eligible for Golden Visa. There is no hidden information or anything as such, but it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this is. Now look, the UAE authority Ralston has clearly said that this news is definitely not correct, and I'm definitely not seeing any update via the X account by the Ton Foundation, or even from Max Crown, who's the CEO of the Ton Foundation. As a matter of fact, the tweet or X that he actually made did actually state that Toncoin has just launched a groundbreaking initiative, offering Ton holders the exclusive chance to secure 10-year Golden Visa, and he's also thanked partners in the UAE for their vision, support, and trust. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome to this is. And I'm pretty much sure whatever news happens, Ralston, there will definitely be legal consequences for it. And the Security Commodity Authority in UAE, Ralston, they did actually mention via Twitter or X that the official authorities in the UAE, represented by the Federal Authority of Identity, Citizenship, Customs and Ports Authority, the Security and Commodity Authority, along with Dubai's VAR, that is Virtual Regulatory Authority in Dubai, have issued a joint statement confirming the Golden Visa eligibility is governed by specific frameworks, and officially approved criteria do not include digital currency investors. So based on my understanding, I'm pretty much sure there will be legal consequences for it. Let's see how this drama unfolds, but definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at geopolitical news, we look at the regulations and legislations in the world of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. We also talk about different partnerships at a global level, and then we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East in the world of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and even artificial intelligence. We also look at the latest technological development from the Middle East. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.